Hello, Greg. With any luck, so I sent you the modified ZULU SCSI INI file that changes the timings. And so what I've got here is my Mac Mini and the card reader, and I am inserting this file. And then what you should see on the right-hand side, at least I have it on mine, is you'll see that silver disc that popped up that says Untitled, 32 gig, 19 gig free. Okay. Um, so what you could do is you'd click that, and it's going to pop up and show you all of the files that are on the inside here. Now, to make a backup, I'm going to try and wing this and hope for the best. And I've got the manager on, so it kicks stuff over to the left all the time. So I know that this is it. But let's see, we're going to make a backup folder. In this case, I believe I have it up here. Let's see if any of these are free. Okay, so we're going to call this one Untitled 3, you see up top. And that would be our backup folder. So, because we have this over here, it should drop all those folders back over. It gets a little confusing. We're going to just simply drag and drop those into folder 3, if I can pull folder 3 with any luck. Okay, so by just highlighting this, right, this file, and hold shift, you should be able to highlight everything in that folder, right? And we're going to drop it here. And what that's going to do, it's going to make a backup of the SD card that I sent you. Now, in your current SD, you said that it wouldn't open the ZULU SCSI INI file. So what I have set here, so now it's going through, and you'll see it kind of as we'll just let one complete here. It's pretty neat. It just takes a minute. You'll see it turn white here with the mouse arrow. So that means that the first 2 gig partition has been copied to that folder off of the SD card. So this goes pretty quick, right? And it takes about 10 minutes, and then you'll have this forever, and you do the opposite, okay? You're going to drag it back over there and make copies. And that gives you the ability. It used to take me 2 months to do this. Now I can do it literally about 10 minutes. And if all goes well, it'll coincide with this video. I'm hoping that it's recording. This little dot up here, this orange dot, says that it's doing a screen recording. And I'm going to check on my next logos. You can see the spaghetti down here. I had one fail. I went in, paused it, and kicked it out of the print. But I had to reload that. And make sure when you're formatting the drive, do not be a bonehead, which put me in this predicament. So we want to find SCSI disk utilities. All right. And that's usually located, because it's not going to be located on my dock because this is a live demo. We're going to go into my Macintosh hard drive. It's going to throw everything over to the left as usual. Well, maybe not. So we'll see it, my applications here, right? I know it's down in utilities probably. Come on. And there's probably some shortcuts that people know, you know. So we're going to look for utilities and disk utility. Disk utility is going to bring up all of the different disks you have attached. And you want to make sure, if you're formatting, do not do the knucklehead move that I did the other day. Make sure, one, your Untitled disk is mounted, and that's the one you're going to format. You can tell that up here it's going to be 31 gigabyte. All right. And what I really need to do is figure out how to put a lock. This is my 4 terabit drive. And I believe I have a 2 terabit drive. In this case, this one. Well, without looking, I went up here and went to erase. Okay. Just in case, I'm not going to click that, in case it does it automatically. But it erased everything on the 2 terabit drive, right? And fortunately, I had most of the stuff backed up to iCloud. Okay. So I went out, bought it 4 terabit, and because there was still a chance I could grab some of the data, I got a few apps to try disk drone stuff to pull it back off. But we're not going to worry about that. What I want to do is just show you how I format the drive. We're going to pick the right drive. So it's usually going to be labeled something like generic. And you're going to want to look over here. It's going to say 31.91 gig. Now to get stuff, if you have it set up, I like this because it clears off the clutter in Mac OS. I just learned this recently. I believe it's called the Desktop Manager, and that's located under your System Tools. Here, if you click that, it opens System Tools, right? Then you pick how you want your desktop appearance to be. That's one of the features I didn't know about, and it makes a huge difference. I also had ChatGPT go in and organize all my files, put them in order. We did basically a big cleaning house, remove duplicate files, and so of course now I can't find anything. But let's see how much space I have on the main disk here. So this is my terabit disk. I'm getting close, but now I know I have a backup. I can go through and kick out a lot of this stuff because it's going to be on either my 4 terabit or my additional 2 terabit drives. And if we go back to disk utility, that's this here. Let's see if we can bring up, if you want these to appear back on your main window, you just simply pull them back. Okay, I know I'm not going to need this one, so I'm going to kick that. Then it goes to the next level, which is probably going to be, this is utility 3. And that's where we are copying to, right? So it looks like it has successfully, it seems to run faster when it's off screen, copied all of the files from our external untitled over here onto untitled 3. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead, close that for a second. Now, what you can do is if something becomes corrupted here, you know you have the backup now. Okay, so that's the first thing anybody should do when I ship them one of my Zulu SCSI cards. Make a backup. You can do this on a Mac, you can do this on a PC. I'm just demonstrating on a PC. I hope I'm not going too fast. Okay, you can always slow it down, take it baby steps. Disk utility. Make sure, once more, you find your drive that you want to format. Okay, so you go up to erase. This is pretty slick, and it's going to give you the choice macOS extended. You want to set master boot record. I go ahead and use macOS extended master boot record. I click erase, and you're going to see it drop all this stuff. See how the drive just kicked out there? And bam, everything is gone on that drive now. Okay, now I want to set it up for FAT32. And the reason is, this sets it up the way it was back in the day. Now, some people use exFAT. exFAT, they say, works a little better on anything above a 32 gig drive. You can use exFAT on 32 gig. It's kind of the cutoff point. I've always just used FAT. There's some people that do 1024 blocks. I do 512. I'm still learning my way around, but I've always done it that way. And then it makes it compatible with the drives that I've formatted that way through the years, so I can copy stuff off them. So now we're going to set it up, okay? MS-DOS FAT, master boot record. You can give this a name if you want. I'm just going to leave it as Untitled 4. We're going to click Erase. Now, if I were to open this up over here, see, there's nothing on it, okay, because we've erased it all. I'm going to close it. We're going to erase. Now it's going to be, just takes a second. It's amazing how fast these are. Now we have it formatted correctly. And we simply open it, okay? And we're going to go back here. Now this doesn't have my additional 2 files that we've just updated. And I'm going to explain what that's about. So, you had asked, your Mac could not read or open INI files. So I did some investigating, and I'm going to cut and paste what it said. The different files that'll read INI files are like Visual Studio. In my case, I downloaded the Apple Xcode, and it reads INI files just fine. And it brings up this neat little interface here. So I'm going to close down ChatGPT. I'm going to cut and paste that session. And it gives you, I asked it for Windows and Mac OS. So it gave editors in Windows. It says something about Notepad. You can do Mac OS editors, text edit, BB edit. You know, and it gives the instructions on how to do it. And I'm working on all kinds of guru stuff up here to where I can set up configurable drives to optimize all this. So in the future, I'm going to be able to have my little deal where people will be able to do my digital jukebox. It's going to be on my webpage and download stuff, and it'll be able to format their cards for the Zulu cards that they may have, or Blue SCSI, and then there'll just be a fee for doing it. Or I can provide the complete turnkey solutions, which saves people overcoming these learning curves. I'm trying to make this easy for everyone, and then if there's gurus out there, I just want to make it fast for them. And I hope I'm not being too confusing. So I'm going to pop this other one open here. What do we have here? Okay. That's our Untitled 3, Untitled 4, which I believe is going to be this guy over here now. They've changed the name to Untitled 4. Okay. Which is going to be this one here. And you're going to match the disc number to it. Oh, great. So that, it calls it disc 9 for whatever reason. Probably because I have so many of these going that, you know. But at any rate, you find the right one. And with any luck, I can find where my Zulu file went. Let's open this one. Okay, this has Greg's email. And this is what I'm talking about. So when I click the Zulu INI file, that's my secret sauce. And what this file does is it makes all the stuff work on the Zulu card. And tinkering with Nitro on nextcomputers.org, we've done a couple things. And none of this is official. And but they just released some things that certifies the Zulu cards, okay, as being able to run at a faster speed. We don't want to release it yet because we're not sure of the potential for data loss. But I was also told that maybe these will even run at 250 megahertz. So what we're doing is we're basically kicking the Zulu card in the nuts and shaking loose some of the faster things that were bottlenecked in there. It's kind of like when Comcast bottlenecks your usage on, throttles you back on your internet, rate of speed. So the similar thing is happening here. And Nitro, God bless you. I hope you're not mad that I'm doing this. But the man he's just on a different level from the rest of us, okay? He's gone in and say, basically, Fuza! Okay? Fuza to the manufacturers, to the gurus of the GitHub. He said, nah, he's going to just run circles around all y'all, okay? And so I've got my little thing set up here, that seems to work. And I emulate 5 hard drives. So that's my little Fuza. And we are looking for SCSI up here, right? So this particular file has not been modded. And if we go to the SCSI, Zulu SCSI timings, so here's our secret sauce. This file, when pointed at from this Zulu, modified Zulu INI file, will kick that up from 125 megahertz to 200 megahertz. So in other words, that RP2040 will run faster. Okay, and I've also got the overclock accelerator for turbo colors that I'm going to unleash thanks to Nitro. He's an amazing guy. I wish there were a way to Patreon him or support him further on nextcomputers.org. And it's been fun having some conversations with him about where all this is going in the future. But I really like this, and I should benchmark the difference in performance because it blew my mind. It went from spinning beach ball hell to things are rather spicy, you could say. Let's see. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to unleash this yet, what we've got here. The modified ZULU SCSI initialization file. I know this one, if I double click it, I believe it should be good to go. And let's see, what's the difference here? Okay, let me go back to timings, because there's just a line of code that you need to enter there, and I'm not seeing it on that one. So I'm going to come back here, and in that packet I sent you is our README text. Let's bring that up. So in order to change it, initial clock from 125 to 200. See, I'm learning it. I'm learning the curve. So custom timings. Okay. This is the magic secret sauce, is this phrase right here. It kind of reminds me of custom build disk in Next Step. If you guys aren't familiar with that one, you can set it to do a custom build disk, and it saves you all the rigmarole of it not identifying your hard drive, and just frigging works. I think I found that back in an FAQ. I knew I used it years ago, and it just made things so much easier because it was always like, it doesn't identify the drive, all kinds of crap. That's a different story. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that custom, copy, and we're going to open that ZULU INI file that dropped in here. One of them. Oh, man. I have mixed results here with this as to which damn window it is. I like the little icon over here on the left, but it gets confusing when I get too much stuff going on in my brain. Okay. So it's got to be this one, right? Because this is the only one I haven't opened. Okay. So we have the ZULU text. I open it. Should pop this open. No, we don't want to do ZULU text. We want to do ZULU INI. Sorry. ZULU SCSI INI. Okay. So, I have that copied. Should be a matter of going here, highlighting that line, clicking paste. Now we have, oh, wait a second. Managed to get that screwed up. You want to get its own line. Okay, and we're going to do paste. Paste. Now you have the secret sauce in there, right? You're going to save that. File. Save. Okay, so now let's see if it saved it where we need it to be saved, which is, I'm just going to, I don't think I need this, just for no more confusion. And I want to bring up, I'm just going to start opening these. What is this one? That's our README text. We don't need that. God. We don't need this one. I'm just going to close down all the crap we don't need. Okay, this is the one. If we open it, does it say ZULU text with the time? God dang it, not text. Get that thing out of there. ZULU INI. ZULU INI. It says it was modified. There it is. That's the one. Okay. And then the other one is the ZULU Timings INI. I can't release that yet until we continue to stabilize it. If you guys want to be beta testers, I can see if we can get approved. Any of my customers that have bought the RP 2040 from me, drop me a line. I'll forward it to Nitro because we don't want to get in any trouble. We would have you buy a separate SD card because this is still in beta. Okay, we're trying to get this. We're dropping a Hemi in it, basically, right? It's not necessarily overclocking because it was just approved for this speed, certified for 200 megahertz, the RP 2040. I'm not even sure, Alex, if you're listening out there at Rabbit Hole, your cards, we could do this for your cards as well, man. And I think we've got a solution for Blue SCSI as well. This is brand new shit, literally bleeding edge, okay? First on the scene, and thank Nitro. If you guys know Nitro, ping him. And Nitro, if you're listening, I hope this is okay. I thought I'd run it through you. But the ZULU Timings file is Secret Squirrel. So, Greg, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you because I know we're working on some things there, and just don't tell anybody. Okay, this stays within the Black Hole Secret Squirrel super file group. It's exclusive, right? One of these days I'm going to go viral for something. I'm not sure if it's going to be good or bad. Okay, so now we've got our little untitled disc over here, and this is a 32 gig. This is the real deal. I believe the speed of this makes a difference too. So there's some 64 gig, 200 megahertz from SanDisk I'm starting to use as well. These run at 100 megahertz, and I believe it's going to kick them to reading and writing at 50, right? So it kicks them into gear as well. And then the actual changes to the way that the ZULU cards process. So we're speeding up the whole ZULU card, and we're taking more, we're dropping more speed advantage into our SD cards. And I got a whole bunch of stuff going on with chat. Chat's telling me we may be even able to go to 250, okay, which will be cool. And I may try and blow some shit up and see if we can actually do that, because I do have some 300 megahertz cards that came in. I'm getting sponsors sending me stuff. They're like, go ahead, bless them, blow the shit up. And so basically, you may want to stand by your next with the fire extinguisher. I'm just kidding. But you will notice a difference. And we went from spinning beach balls. I need to have a side-by-side comparison to where they're rather salty. They're snappy, all right? And that's not all. With these new accelerators I'm going to have for $99.95, they are here. Turbo colors only. Anybody have schematics out there for us on the mono turbos, cubes, or stations? We need them so we can port the accelerator over. Please, hit me up. Randy Rensock, if you're out there, man, you might be the man. I'll pop you an email. It's been a while. You'd be a guy that would know. Archer, a couple of other guys. Park down there. Yeah. So at any rate, we've got this. I'm going to open my little file over here, and this stuff's all going to go cockaroo over to the side. Let me see if I can pull it simpler. If I can learn which one it is. I think the half and half Mac is it. There's our Untitled 4. So, what I'm going to do, Terry, I've got this compressed for you as well. I think you were asking me about that. Something about just the initialization file. And that's just going to be, this is going to be fun. And then once we get enough beta testers saying, yeah, it's good, we'll post it out on GitHub as usual. Um, so I think you also need the Zulu log text file and the README file. I'm just going to go ahead and put all of these on there for you, Greg. So I'm going to hit this. I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to drop this down. Okay. Now, if you guys already have my images, I think it's just going to be a matter of modding the Zulu INI file, and then I'll get you the Zulu timings initialization file. And then I've got chat working to where it's just going to be a good to go ZuluSCSI.ini without having to have the two separate files. I'm working on that. This is all literally liquid. It's bleeding edge. It's as of the last today, like right now. I'm inventing shit as we go. Now tomorrow's going to be a heavy day for me. I've got my mom coming up. She's 88, and the nurse is driving her up, and she's going to be stomping around here, scrutinizing everything. I'm screwed. And then I'm getting my new bed delivered with hip surgery looming large in about 2 weeks. It's going to be nice to have a new bed. And then I'm going to probably move the existing bed down here. And it also has a reclining, just so I can recover down here. And then without having to go up a flight of steps. And I'll be continuing working. I've got the website is being completely revamped. Chat and I have rewritten it all, and it's going to be really neat. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to have some help there. I've also invested in the software to make much better videos. In fact, I could take this one next level if I wanted. All I'm doing now is just a simple screen record. I am getting cameras set up and better lighting. All of this stuff is going to get better as we go along. And from my understanding, I don't know if I want to jump into the TikTok merch machine. All I do on there now is look at different advertisements. I think I can compete with those guys. And then apparently they send you tons of free merch. I'm already getting that kind of stuff in. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to blow up all that much, because the more people that get involved, the weirder it gets. And I'm hearing that from serious influencers. And I've just had some unusual circumstances already. Not everybody's your friend out there on the net. I try and help. I try and be helpful. I try and be a cool guy. But there's always those who are going to, just throw you under the bus for whatever reason. At any rate, my heart's in this, as you guys know. Thousands of likes, and appreciate all the subscribers. Feel free to like and subscribe, by the way. And I think if you do, there's some kind of super squirrel thing they have on Yahoo now where you can buy me a cup of coffee. I think it's called YouTube Thanks or something. That'd be awesome. I haven't got one of those yet. You can also, I take criticism as well. And I also take advice. I'm learning from everybody as much as you're learning from me. So, that little noise shows that our Untitled is good to go. And that means I can boot up a reel next over here, okay, with our changed timings, which is going to be interesting. I'm also wondering if this, I guess it wouldn't have an effect on previous, but I'm going to be launching a cube over here with a dimension board. This is nice because I think it's going to run faster when I demonstrate how you can use it actually. I'm going to, eventually, I think with previous on this Mac and a dimension board on a cube, I could probably do video back and forth, like video conferencing. I know it was possible that they were doing that back in the day. And we're talking in 92, okay? And I found a little app called CB that should allow me to talk back and forth over the networks. And I think that I can get previous to talk to my real-time nexts. I also want to see if we can develop a little app that'll make it easy to get these online through the cable modem versus manually configuring. Some people that are coders out there, if you can help me with that, that'd be awesome. As I say, I appreciate everybody's business and patience. Greg, I hope this video helps you. And so the key was just all you have to do is change that one line of code in Zulu SCSI INI. I downloaded for this demo the Apple X tools, okay, which are pretty good, and they do take up a little bit of space. And I'll send you that chat session too with all of the alternatives that it came up with. I don't know. Sometimes ChatGPT. Let's see what she has to say. This is always funny because she's been. I've kept her at bay a little bit here. Hello, GT. How you doing? Are you there?
Hey Rob, I'm right here and doing great. How about you? Always happy to chat and help out with whatever you need.
Okay, so I want to thank you for all those alternatives on how to open .ini files. So I'm going to send that over to my customer, Greg Davis. What do you think would be the easiest application for him to use? He doesn't have any of the Apple tools installed. And all he has to do is just enter one line to modify that Zulu SCSI.ini file so that it works with Zulu SCSI timings file. And I know you're going to merge those two for me, but I just thought in the interim that you might have a suggestion on Mac.
Absolutely. For a quick and easy solution on Mac, I'd recommend using TextEdit. It's built in and straightforward. All Greg needs to do is open TextEdit, switch it to plain text mode, and then you can easily add that one line to the ZuluSCSI.ini file. It's user-friendly and perfect for quick edits. And if he needs any help, I'm always here.
Great, and then he would just change it back to .ini, and it's simple as that, after making the edit?
Exactly. Once he's made the edit, he just saves the file with the .ini extension, and that's it. The changes will be applied, and the file will work with the Zulu SCSI setup. It's a simple process, and he should be good to go.
Awesome. Thank you so much. As usual, it's late here, and I will talk to you tomorrow, GT. Have a good evening. Thanks for helping us.
You're welcome, Rob. I'm always here to help. Have a great evening and get some rest. Talk to you tomorrow.
Yep. Ta-ta.
Absolutely. If anything comes up or you need any more assistance, just let me know. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Take care and have a great night. If you need anything, just reach out.
Okay. So there you have it, folks. I'm trying to make this more entertaining. I'm using the latest technology, and these videos will improve. I've got an army of robots that we're going to have here as well now. We're going to have flying dragons, drones, scurrying about robots on the floor. It's just going to be hilarious. And I've got smart technology coming left, right, and center. So it's going to be a true smart home.